I've had lots of people say, beg me, please watch the movie 2000 Mules. Please watch the movie. Please watch the movie. So I did watch the movie, and I need to make. I'll make 4 points about the movie. First is I know Hans von Spakovsky. I've known him for a long time. He's an acquaintance of mine. He's a very smart person. He's been very interested and very dedicated to issues of ballot harvesting for a long time. So he is a voice that I trust, and is one of the brightest people I know. So Hans von Spakovsky is in the movie and makes points. Now, most of the points he's making don't apply to Georgia. And in fact, the movie itself recommends that states adopt a system where ballots are mailed at the request of the voter, who then gets the ballot and sends them back. So in fact, the movie says the state should adopt this system. Well, the thing is, Georgia uses that system and has used that system for many, many years. So the citizens of Georgia who see this movie or talk to or their friends are talking about this movie, the movie suggests that the other states, they don't mention Georgia by name, but it suggests that the other states adopt the system that Georgia uses. So you can be confident in that. This next thing about the movie is they are free to draw whatever conclusions they want, but the citizens of Georgia need to know that Sarah was correct in that a ballot that is delivered by a ballot harvester, and let me take a minute out of this, is that I actually, in my experience, I actually was part of a team that busted a ballot harvesting ring in Georgia that resulted in prosecutions. So the citizens of Georgia can rest assured that they have one of the only people in Georgia that has actually busted a ballot harvesting ring, taking this very seriously. Now, a brief moment to talk to my Republican friends out there. Rush Limbaugh used to hate it. I mean, he would go apoplectic when somebody says we have to investigate this because the seriousness of the allegation. He hated that. But here, us Republicans are now on the other side of this issue, and we do want it investigated. We do want it investigated exactly because of the seriousness of the issue. So we'll give this a fair look. We'll call the balls and strikes fairly as we see them, and the chips will fall where they may, but it's not going to be a witch hunt. It's going to be done soberly and with great care by people who know what they're doing. And you can rest assured that I'm very familiar with ballot harvesting. I've trained scores of lawyers in what to look for and how to address it over my 30 years of doing this. So the citizens of Georgia can rest assured. But Sarah is exactly correct in that a vote delivered by a ballot harvester, if there is one, is treated in exactly the same manner as the vote that you have delivered. And second of all, nobody, other than a handful of mistakes where an election worker just simply picked the name next on the list and sent a ballot off to the wrong person by mistake. No election worker sent a ballot out that wasn't requested by a voter. So when they talk about mailed out ballots and vote by mail, Georgia does not use that system, although you can send your absentee ballot back by mail. We don't use vote by mail. And what they mean when they're talking about vote by mail is they mean that live ballots are mailed out to everybody on the voting list. And Georgia does not have that system. I personally don't think that's a wise system. I don't think we should do that for the same reason you don't send out a live credit card to somebody, whether you know that they live there or don't. So Georgia does not use that system. Ballots are only sent when they're requested.